Good morning, everybody, VBS family. I'm drinking my coffee. This says it is what it is. And does that make a lot of sense right now? Or what? So, yeah, it's been an interesting weekend and it's been hard for most Americans. And, a lot of us are a little bit more privileged than others. I sit here in beautiful Westlake Village where I've been quarantining with my parents. And as you can see behind me, it's a lake. It's calm, it's gentle flow, usually occupied by those loud geese you hear, ducks, and their newly hatched offspring, which has been really cute. Those little babies walking around. Most of the noises around here are like squawks or chirps here, varying from like those bass wobbles to those high-pitched screeches. Sometimes one of those bird noises will like wake you up super early in the morning and you're like, why? Well, because that's the small sacrifice you pay to live on a peaceful lake. Sometimes though, the humans, they'll populate this area. Many are walking dogs, some are riding bikes, and some are fishing. Many have a boat they take out on rides. But as the weather continues to warm up, more and more people are populating this lake, making it harder to follow social distancing recommendations. But guess what? Turns out there's one way to almost eliminate the spread of the virus. Wearing a mask. I mean, do you wear a mask? I do. Here's one of many, and I've actually been ordering ones to obviously accessorize with my glasses. I wear a mask anytime. I'm even within 6 to 20 feet of someone, even outside. To me, it's a small gesture to let anyone or someone I know, or especially someone I don't know, that I care about their well-being. Though we don't have extensive research yet on whether the exposure of the virus can be transferred outside, it's within my nature to consider someone else's health or their discomfort. Which brings me to the question I've been ruminating on recently. Is wearing a mask considered a sacrifice? I lived in Boston during 9/11, literally during 9/11. And within that year, I ended up moving to New York City about a year and a half later. And it took almost no time for people to get used to new rules. Remember, you would have to like go into a building, you'd show your ID, you'd have to sign everything over. And people in the beginning were like, why am I giving so much information? But duh, 3,000 people were killed in one fell swoop. You had to put your purse or your jacket through a metal detector or x-ray screen. For planes, we still do this. We have to take off our shoes and we still have to only bring 2 ounces of liquids on a plane. I once brought a $45 bottle of this really nice shampoo and conditioner. They told me I couldn't take it. And I was like, wait, this seems so small. No, it was like 4 ounces. But guess what? That's the sacrifice I and other Americans took in order to live and still take in order to live our lives in a less fearful one. As a person of privilege, I recognize that my situation is ideal during this, black hole of time. I have my parents and my dog to hug me and snuggle me daily while on this Corona coaster. I have a job that I love. It totally fulfills me, even digitally. And as for now, I have my health. But that could all change in just 1 minute. And guess what? I am scared. I don't know what or who to believe. I have access to several medical professionals and none of them know how or why this virus works the way it does. For me, taking extra precaution, like wearing a mask, look, by the way, the Arthur, she's being safe. Taking that extra precaution, even when I'm outside, is the action some deem as a sacrifice to their rights. And as we start to open up more businesses, including schools and places of worship, will everyone abide by the new rules? Am I willing to sacrifice my health in order to carry on with a normal life? Am I willing to sacrifice seeing my parents and my dog in order to go back to work? We can all take the proper precautions, but we can't expect everyone to voluntarily follow them. With so much life at stake, from a global medical pandemic to a national human rights epidemic, what is truly considered a sacrifice? I don't know about you, But I think we should sell the concept of wearing a mask as fun. Remember Zorro, he wore a mask? And I think kids really liked him in like the 50s and 60s. I remember watching it on Disney Channel in the 80s and being like, this guy's cool. Oh, by the way, in 16th century Renaissance, masquerade balls were like the Coachella of their time. That literally meant masks. People were super into that. And I keep thinking like how creative we can all be during Halloween. And you know, I'm already shopping, as I said earlier, about, these to match these. Oh my God, I'm going to have to spend so much money. Anyways, so VBS, I ask you, take a moment and truly examine what you feel is a sacrifice and what actions you'll take to keep yourself, your family, and your community safe. Shavua Tov. Have a good week.